Now, there is one advantage to all this rotten weather. Local shops tend to do pretty well. But what's the story of the South's high streets?
Give me a Man U shirt!
I want a laptop. I want a mobile phone.
I'm only 17, but I really want a BMW.
But can our high streets meet the demand? Well, that depends on where you live, because tonight we have for you the tale of two towns. Dorchester, the historic upmarket county town of Dorset, seems to be weathering the recession fairly well. 8 miles down the road, its bucket and spade neighbour Weymouth seems to have lost some of its shine. Like so many high streets in the south, it's struggling, and for some, life at the seaside is coming to an end. This tale of winners and losers can be mimicked across the south. According to a BBC survey, Brighton has the highest number of empty shops, closely followed by Reading. But Romsey and Newbury are booming. After nearly 40 years of trading, this sports shop has closed its doors on Weymouth. But guess what? Its Dorchester store still pulls in the punters.
Traditionally, Weymouth was always the busier town. It's a bigger town, had a huge pull with the summer trade, something we always relied on. Over the last 4 or 5 years, Dorchester has turned around. It's gotten busier, so we took the decision to come here. It's the busiest town.
Other businesses who've got shops in both high streets agree the county town is where to make money.
Dorchester, we're growing every year. The take-ins are going up every year. Weymouth, it's gone down about 30%.
Weymouth will do probably a third of our figures. Right. It's that different. We tried several things, gone up market, down market, and you just can't crack it.
Meet Jeff Birch, retail troubleshooter. The town of Weymouth is in his sights, and with 20 years' experience, his specialty turning failing high street shops into successes.
This is the first shop I see, and it's boarded up. It's what Mayor Giuliani called the broken window syndrome, and I just don't want to shop here. Weymouth people aren't shopping in Weymouth.
No, and I own up. If I want to go shopping, I get on a train to Poole. And you've got a shopping precinct there.
Yeah.
We need to attract more to Weymouth.
These cheaper shops are absolutely great, but they set the tone for the neighbourhood, and Burlington Arcade, it ain't.
Right, Jeff Birch, business guru. First impressions of Weymouth, then?
It's a seaside town, and that's kind of it. That's actually the problem with it. It's, you know, where's the sunshine, where's the holiday makers, and there's somebody selling buckets and spades, for heaven's sake, and it's Christmas.
So what's the difference, then, between Dorchester and Weymouth?
It's the mixture of shops, the jobless situation down Weymouth. Everyone just wants everything cheap. Massaland, Debenhams, and I think they go to that. I know you've got TK Maxx there, so the independent people don't really stand a chance. I mean, at the end of probably about another 1.5 years, my lease will be up, and I might not be there. So I honestly don't know.
Are you okay there, or just happy browsing? Big difference, massive difference. Dorchester's absolutely buzzing. People coming into town from all over the place. They want to see something different, interesting. Lots of very small, independent, a lot of even family-run shops. Whereas Weymouth, unfortunately, a lot of the shops, you know, they're closing now. People living in Weymouth come down to Dorchester to shop.
So, what's the Weymouth branch doing wrong? Time for Jeff to make a call.
The feel of a shop sets the kind of theme for the shop, you know, and I notice you've heavily posted with the half price. It's a bit kind of market tradery, isn't it?
We need that for Weymouth because that's how the customers are in Weymouth.
Is it?
They seem to want something cheaper.
So you have consciously positioned to the lower middle then, haven't you?
Middle. Definitely not lower.
Yeah.
Middle.
You have two identical shops and one performs better. Perhaps this business model suits Dorchester better than Weymouth. Therefore, if I owned this shop, I might try and find what appeals to the Weymouth customer. And, you know, the strange thing of this is that is why independents can succeed where the chains don't. Because if you own Dixon's, Boots, whatever, you just plonk them down in town after town, and some towns do well and some towns don't. But if you're an independent, you can kind of make those adjustments to your shop that suits the town that you live in.
According to the BBC survey, hairdressers are booming across the south. The latest to open is in Dorchester.
I can't do it.
Karen Butler's invested £20,000 in her new venture. It's what she's always wanted. So how long have you been planning this then?
Nearly 8 months.
Right.
Yeah, so it's a long time.
But it's kind of 8 months during what the world's worst recession of all time ever.
Yeah.
Are you thinking, ugh, my timing's a bit poor?
No, not really. I think small businesses probably fare better in this recession. So as long as I keep my prices right and the service good, I think I can do okay.
And why Dorchester? Why did you choose Dorchester?
Dorchester's got a real good buzz about it. It's a real sort of vibrant town.
Why not Weymouth? Why did you skip Weymouth?
I don't think Weymouth is as affluent as Dorchester. I felt more confident setting up business in Dorchester.
When Karen came to you and said, Dan, I'm thinking of opening up a hairdressing salon, did you jump for joy? Said that's a great...
No, she's been on about it for about 15 years.
Really?
Hopefully, you know, it'll take off.
And you'll have a super trendy haircut every day of the year, guaranteed?
Oh, yeah, I mean, you can see the highlights she's put in there, can't you?
According to the shopkeepers, this man has a large part to play in Dorchester's success. He's helped slash parking charges, organises special events and negotiates low advertising rates.
We're very proud of not being a clone town here. Out of 45 new businesses that have opened shops in Dorchester in the last 2 years, 80% are independent retailers. So, I mean, you know, that's a phenomenal number. 22, 23 that we lost in the same time period. So we've got more than double new businesses compared to ones we've lost. And the percentage is very high in favour of the independents. What Dorchester does best is variety and choice, and not a typical high street where really you know what you're going to get before you even go there.
Some say that Dorchester's change in fortune started when Woolworths closed, and almost immediately the assistant manager reopened the store under a new name but the same staff.
The people in Dorchester like to support local, and that's obviously been extremely important for us, that people do come in and support us, and they do seem to want to support the stores in Dorchester and not travel further afield.
Should it be down to the shopkeepers themselves, or should the council be there supporting?
No, it should be the shopkeepers themselves. You don't expect the council to do that. I mean, the council could cut the rates.
Right.
The council should just butt out of it. Keep the streets clean, and the shopkeepers should stop whinging about the council and get together themselves.
One long-standing feature of Weymouth's High Street is award-winning sausage maker Dennis Spur.
You won't get as nice as what they are.
He's upbeat about his business, but feels a bit let down.
We don't get any support from the council. In Dorchester, they've got a town centre manager. I think all the shops contribute towards that person, and they manage the town centre, and they've always got events on. Here, we seem to concentrate on the summer events, and there's always things going on in the summer when there's people here anyway. But in the winter time, there's not much goes on in Weymouth, and I think more could be done by the council to attract people here then. But like I say to people, you just can't roll over and die. You've got to go out there and attack it, because I think it's going to be here for a long time.
The people of Weymouth must understand if they take their business elsewhere, they're going to lose their shops. Use it or lose it.
OK, that's nice big smiles at me.
In Dorchester, it's the grand opening of Karen's salon.
We're going to wish them every success in their new venture.
During the first 2 weeks of trading, Karen exceeded her profit targets and is looking forward to a busy Christmas period. So back to Weymouth for shopping in the future then, Jeff?
Well, maybe.
Just maybe.
Well, they've got to get their act together first, haven't they?
But it ain't over yet.
No, it ain't over till the fat lady sings, as they say.
Just one more question.
Yeah?
You couldn't help us with my shopping, could you?